Hey guys, what is going on? RedMaster here, and welcome back to episode of Cards and Castles TV commentary. We're jumping right into it today. We've got some games for you lined up, so without further ado, folks, match number 1 coming at you right now. Alright, folks, and match number 1 now underway. We've got Terrortale taking on nikolasavic, which I probably butchered the hell out of that, but it is what it is here. We've got our opening matchup, but it's fine. We've got the Ninja Pirate taking on the Druid Viking, so interested to see what both these guys bring to the table as we're going to jump right into the matchup here with not the best starting hand, though, for our friend. Lots of 3 gold here into the Flux, which is the 4, not exactly what we need here, as Terra going to open up with the Salahar Soldier. Centaur, again, not really being able to do much. You're going to pass it over on back to Terra for turn 2. You're going to go into the Metal into the Trap card now. That should be quite a devastating pull there, especially if it's the card I think it is going to be. That being Secret Dragon, if it is, because Secret Dragon would put a huge Drake on face this early. And we're going to see Ice Drake going in here. It is Secret Dragon, so it is going to yield, ooh, the big 5/8 dragon. Well, Fire Drake. It's not a dragon. But yeah, it's going to do a big number on the castle here as we're going to buff it up with the Blacksmith for the next turn here. We can attack into face because we are frozen thanks to Ice Drake, but that's no big deal. Unfortunately, we do pull the Spear Strike for turn, which would have been good if we had a body to place it on. So we're forced to kind of just play the Flux aggressively here as a body blocker. I think Terror here probably going to still go for face here. Probably not going to move in the Blacksmith, though, just because of the Flux Defender. Unless you got something like an Armory, in which case the Blacksmith can still connect. But we'll see what happens. Masuda into Sleeping Dojo. Okay, so that kind of tells me that this is Terror's little pirate ninja awakening build, which he's kind of flaunted a few times, mentioning that it does have potential. It is good here, and I'm interested to see if it is. At least in this matchup here, it seems to be putting in quite the work here. So we'll see if the deck can pull through, though, because I mean we still got some game left. So we'll see what happens as we continue on into the matchup here. He's going to pull back the Blacksmith, as I mentioned. No point risking that global buff here. Centaur going to come out now into the Storm Strike. Alright, so we're going to end up removing the Fire Drake, connecting to 2. Or finishing off with the Fire Drake, killing off the last 2 there. Pulling Inner Life and the Flame Shield, which I do quickly mention, though, before we move on. I would have preferred the Flux to actually attack first before we throw out the Centaur Storm Strike combo there. Because with, Flux, you have the chance of pulling some pretty interesting spells out of Flux. Things like Burn, Disintegrate, Incinerate, things of that nature. Blessing of the Trance, other smaller attack buffs, which you might have been able to use to actually connect and kill off the Fire Drake without wasting the Centaur and the Storm Strike here. Because those are 2 very swing cards. I say Storm Strike is a swing card, but I mean, Centaur more of a swing card for sure. But with Storm Strike, I guess if if the Swarm player is unprepared for a Storm Strike, then yeah, big swing. But yeah, using those 2 cards is certainly a shame here, because now not only do we lose those 2 cards, but now Terra has the knowledge that our hand has the Flame Shield and the Inner Life. So not exactly great here when 2 out of the 6 cards are revealed, and we've lost 2 very powerful tools out of our arsenal. So yeah, probably would have liked the Flux to go first, just to kind of, again, generate options here so we can scope out the rest of the turn here and potentially not have to waste cards like that. But we'll see if that comes back to haunt him as we continue with the matchup here. Fat Bard to the Con Artist now. Okay, so more Awakened synergy here, and Con Artist going to do very well in this deck here. He is going to generate that 1 gold, which he will use Lumberjack. Alright, kind of sneaky there that he had it in his hand, but ooh, Rat King for our friend Nico here. Rat King going up the block here. One would assume Inner Life would come out, but instead going for the Elvish Hunter. That is quite surprising, considering that you could have a bunch of stronger rats with the Inner Life combo, but I guess you're banking on a companion or a range unit, I guess. Terra, meanwhile, though, going to go ahead full charge here. The Lumberjack into the Rat King. The Con Artist into the back rat here. Masuda even getting in on the action. Doing some stuff to remove the rats up there. And yeah, we're not looking too hot with our hand here. We're gonna Flame Shield the Elvish Hunter to try and connect to the Connor. It's gonna yield another Fire Drake. We do have the Spear Strike, which we are gonna use. It looks like. Yep, there it is. Onto the rat here. Gonna do a little bit of damage to the Elvish Hunter, but that Hunter is pretty much dead anyway. With the Masuda up there, unless we can get the Masuda hit off the Rider. No, we don't. We get the Fat Bard. And then the Swift Justice going in on rat. Okay. I would have liked to see the Swift Justice go towards the Elvish Hunter, if we're being honest here. And the reason I say that is because this 6-3 Masuda is either going to have enough damage to connect for game, or it's going to move down to kill off the Elvish Hunter because it doesn't want to leave that alive here. And if it does fall towards the latter, putting Swift Justice on the Elvish Hunter, despite it already being dead, would be able to take out the Masuda along with it. So I think that's a nice trade-off you get. And hell, it might ensure that your Elvish Hunter stays alive here. Maybe with Terror, he doesn't want to waste this body that he's got here, one of the only bodies that he's throwing aggressively here, against the Elvish Hunter, and just lose that pressure here, where then you could start to build up here, because turn 8 we have a pack of wolves after all. So I probably would like to see the Swift Justice on the Elvish Hunter. It would have, put the ball in Terra's court. It would have done some more thought process. It would have evoked some more thoughts in his head potentially before connecting to the Hunter here. Because now I imagine, going back to Terra's here, we could, just swing into the Elvish Hunter here, and we still keep that body. Whereas if we put Swift Justice on it, the Masuda would have died here, and now we would have had to just worry about the incoming 6-4. Ragnar coming down here, but that is going to be a surrender from our friend Nico, giving Terrortale the win here. All right, I got to admit, Terror, the purple-green deck certainly put in some work here. I would have liked to see the game go all the way, though, because, of course, a pack turn 8 would have provided some nice defense for our friend here. But maybe he just saw the Rat Hovel and decided to scoop, said, hey, I can't deal with this. Let's just go to the next game, which it's understandable, but certainly a shame to see nonetheless here. But regardless, congrats to Terra for taking that game. And, folks, let's go ahead and hop into game number 2 to see what that one's got for us. Alright, folks, and match number 2, we'll see mrSauce take it on, again, another name that I feel like I'm going to pronounce wrong here, but tiyu, I think, tiyu, maybe. Going to be the Warlock Crusader mirror matchup here, so let's see what these guys bring over to the matchup here, as again, we've got a little bit of a playback error, no big deal. We're going to jump right back into it. Okay, better hand than our last game saw here, at least with the Witch Bolt early. Sauce going to go ahead and start with the Mischievous Imp. Okay, so it could be either Awaken, maybe no interaction. We're not sure. We're not going to find out, though. Well, at least from the Imp, as Disintegrate going to go ahead and burn off the Imp for the turn here, preserving some life for Tiyu's Castle here. Going to opt for the Priest, though, following turn. mrSauce is going to throw that down right, which you're going to meet a Tarius Files block. So some pretty standard stuff going on in the openings of a matchup here, especially of this caliber. Priest opting to not move in. Horseman going to snipe off the Priest, which is a nice little early early advantage here for TU. We'll see if he can maybe get a Flamestorm to follow up here soon. That'll pop this both these Tarius Files that are sitting in hand here. As the Flying Book's now going to come out to intercept the Horseman. Horseman moving up, though, going to establish the Dwarven Miner for turn, as well as the Tarius Files Part 2. Middle space blocking, pretty good. I'm going to force mrSauce to either go up or down rather than just right in the middle here. And even with the Dark Bender that's being thrown out now for mrSauce's turn here, Dark Bender can't utilize this middle square that could hit face from. Nice Tarius placement overall. We'll see if that is able to be utilized, though. We'll see the T-Rex come out now from TU. Alright, quite interesting. So, potentially, this is going to be a Dwarf Dino deck. Miner has some, with Dino Rider, you got that little synergy there. T-Rex and Morlock obviously has some things going on together. It could certainly be a Dwarves and Dinosaurs deck in the works here, so I'm very curious to see if that's going to be the case. As we continue on into the matchup here, General now makes an appearance here. Opting not to move into face, moving into face, but not opting to hit the Tarius Files here. Because, it could be I guess maybe not, because let's look at the draw off of it. I guess why I understand why you didn't attack here. Going into the Horseman, though, connecting to the Darkbender, Witch Bolting, I believe the Darkbender to get rid of it. Yep, there it goes. And probably not going to, not going to connect into the Arcanon General here. That's going to push him back for now. get the T-Rex as a big threat on face here. But the Mordok coming out next turn certainly is going to be the case here. As we move into the following turn here, we've got a Mordok, which is going to come out now. Connecting into the Frog Prince, which is a bit interesting. I didn't think that was going to be the direction. And again, Mordok here is going to get pushed back thanks to the T-Rex Fear. TU, slight lapse of mind there that I guess the Mordok is going to get feared. But I also was part of his plan here to kind of preserve the Mordok, make sure it doesn't die, because if the Mordok dies, because the T-Rex is on that sort of buff lifespan here, if the Mordok goes, the T-Rex goes. So we'll see if Sauce has the burns. Looks like, okay, he might have it. Blue Fire into the Incinerate. Okay, so there goes the Mordok, and there goes the T-Rex. So General still free to roam around the board here. Could potentially get off a Taurus Files if TU is not careful here. Although he is going to fear back the General, which is fine. And that gives another room to breathe here as the Dino Rider makes an appearance, followed by the Lumberjack. Smart holding the Dwarven Miner back. You want to potentially throw that out when you can make that connection with the General, rather than throw it out prematurely and then have it potentially get burned off by Big Burn. We still haven't seen Dragon's Fire yet after all, so you never know. We want to hold that Dwarven Miner for this time being, which is completely fine. General moving back in here, make that 2 Generals. Going to make an appearance now. Okay, and the Rider as well. Riders, I'm not sure if I agree with here, because these guys, and Lumberjack too, I get that. I think maybe he's just having a bit of a hog situation. But the problem is you put all these Last Will units out, right, and they divert the pool of potential Last Will procs on these Generals. Where you could be guaranteeing yourself a reduced 2 draw, you're now throwing up a chance here. Will I draw 1? Will I get that 2 draw? Will I get a Rider damage? Yeah, I'm not sure if I just agree with that play here. Maybe he just senses blood in the water here, because, I mean, TU is low on cards, so maybe he just wants to start throwing things at him. But this is going to mean that Dwarven Miner gets a bit more value here, because it's going to be thrown out, right? And then the Dino Rider can trade effectively with the General, and potentially give Sauce maybe like a single card draw for Lumberjack. While good, it could be better is what I'm saying. So we'll see Disintegrate being played now. It's going to hit the bottom General here. Dwarven Miner does make an appearance here, so it looks like, yep, Horseman connecting to that bottom weaker General, and then, yep, getting the connection onto the castle right there, which is not what Sauce wanted. He wanted that draw after all. So it's a bit unfortunate that we're losing that draw, but it looks like it's going to backfire a little bit more here. Yeah, because there goes the Rider Last Will damage onto the Atarius Files here. I'm going to yield a Lumberjack and a Horseman. Horseman connecting to the castle. That's fine, evening out the health here. I'm not sure, by the way. I know I kind of I went back over this here, but the Dwarven Miner into the General trade was a bit scuffed. I would think Dino Rider would have been the play there, because 6 can take it out. I guess maybe he didn't want to lose it to the smaller units afterwards, but I don't know. It feels kind of wrong to be just putting 2 small units at risk a double draw here, unless T has been trying to divert the burns onto the Taurus Files, but I don't know. You can't be sure for certain. There goes the second Taurus Files off of the Lumberjack Rider exchange. Up at the top there, going to yield a whole host of cards for TU. Going to get the Magmasaur here. Double Lumberjacks, I imagine, might be the play here for some more draw. Yep, looks like we're going to do some Lumberjack Slide. Actually, holding 1 Lumber back and actually not moving the Dino Rider, which is fair. Rider connecting into, the Magmasaur. That hurts. That definitely hurts there. And then moving into the big Craxus. This is going to be bad here. We don't really have a lot of resources to deal with Craxus here. If we can pull a unit, the Dinosaur Nest certainly hurts, because we don't have that Magmasaur. It was burned off by the Rider. We have to bolt the Mischievous Imp, because, of course, Craxus cannot be targeted for spells here. We'll throw the Taurus Files up in front, but it looks to be very dire here. Craxus connecting for 5. The Frog Prince moving up. Another copy of Taurus Files, this time on Sauce's side, to maybe deter a Flamestorm there. Demonic Rage as the pull for turn. Still not what we're looking for here. And there is the surrender from TU, giving mrSauce the win here over the Dwarves and Dinosaurs deck. Fair play. Kind of what I have to say there. I imagine this might have been a no interaction strategy there for mrSauce. I didn't really see much flavor otherwise to kind of deter me. I mean, we saw General and Taurus files, so maybe last will with some generic burn stuff being thrown into the mix, but I can't say for certain. Overall, though, a good matchup here. A solid win again for mrSauce here. But that leaves only one match to go for the day, folks. Match number 3. Let's go ahead and bring you that one right now. Alright, folks, and match number 3. Certainly excited about this one. It's going to be Skyan taking on a Pipe, a Druid Crusader taking on a Druid Ninja list here. Let's go ahead and bring you guys into the matchup here to potentially show you what our friend is running here. Now, opening, judging by the hand, you got the Rammers, you got the Bear, you got the Wizard, you got the Griffin. You got 2 Griffins. Okay, interesting. I wonder where we've seen this before. Gonna go and start off with the Rammers to meet the Lumberjack here. Going for a Vanish Strike early is Skyan here, which I don't necessarily agree with. But okay, Lumberjack being thrown back out now because, of course, it did not die in the Rammers exchange here. Quite unusual, but we're going to go with it here. Wizard being thrown out now to try and deter the Lumberjack away. That's fine here. Looks like we're going to see a Bear Hog from Skyan. Alright. Not bad here. We're going to see a Flying Books. Okay. Alright, Flying Books is fine. And then, yeah, holding it back here. Again, wants to preserve the draw here into the Killer Rabbit from Skyan. Alright, that seems fair. There's the Blacksmith, though, and the Armory here. So, Armory being played over the Blacksmith. I think he wants to save the Blacksmith for a Smith-Spiny combo play. But using the 4 on Wizard here, kind of connect and kill off the Rabbit here. Although, Katana onto the Lumberjack here. Katana trading with the Book into the Lumberjack here. Into the coin. Do we have anything for the Bear Hog? No, we have a Sniper. Unfortunately, the Bear Hog won't be able to really kill the Wizard here, which we know is going to be pretty bad. Because this opens up for the Wizard to connect to the Bear Hog there into the Spiny. Gonna bop the Sniper for 3, get it off the board here into the Priest, give everything else a little health buff, and to pass the turn here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is a Yellow Zoo list. I think we've got another Yellow Zoo player running around here, and I think we're seeing the deck in action again here, which, I mean, I could be wrong. A lot of the same elements kind of fit in a lot of different Druid Crusader decks, but I don't know. I think this guy is trying to vibe with the Yellow Zoo here, so we'll see if it does well for him. As we got to continue on into the matchup, though. Here comes Koru now. Koru eliminating the Spiny here with 1 health. Gets ever so closer there. Going to be a little problematic there for our friend Pipe. We'll see what he's got as the Blacksmith plus the Bear come out now. Going to run the Bear all the way up front, in which, I mean, as a 5/7, you might as well here. And the Wizard going to fall back here, opting to use the Blacksmith as a bait. Koru gets revealed here. Koru could go for the Blacksmith kill here, but ends up going a little bit of a different route. Masuda opting into trade into the Priest there, into the Bestial Rage. Koru connecting to face. Koru connecting to the Armory, opting not to connect to the Blacksmith because, of course, that would be a trade. And we'll probably see the Bear now move in. I would like to see maybe Blessing on the Bear here, but we'll see what happens. Griffin comes out. That's going to be pretty bad here. Bear, looks like we're not opting for the Blessing here, but end up going for the Wolf instead, which is, again, also fine. Wizard connecting to the Koru here, and things are looking dire for our friend Skyan. Masuda going to go ahead trade into the Bear. We've got the Mordok making an appearance. It can connect to the Bear, though, but, of course, Wraith coming out, moving into the Wolf there, giving the Griffin the 7 and 9 stats. And with the additional Blessing here, it might be over. Actually, that's exactly lethal on board now. Now we're just going to put in extra work here. Mordok comes out on the board here. The Blessing onto the Griffin here. There it goes, creating that beautiful, beautiful unit. And, yeah, connecting for the win. So, I don't know, guys. I think that was another Yellow Zoo list. I might be wrong, but I think it was, and it does me proud to see another Yellow Zoo player finding success with the deck on ladder. It certainly is entertaining. One of the more successful Zoo builds that have come out over the last few months. But again, I'm hoping that whoever this user is, he had fun with it. And hopefully it brings you more success in the future. But with that being said, folks, with Pipe winning the matchup here, it is going to be the end of our video. So let's go ahead and move to close out this edition of TV Commentary. Alright, folks, and with that being said, again, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of TV Commentary. If you did, let me know by leaving your thoughts down in the comment section below. And while you're done that, be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new or haven't done so already, especially that you can support the channel here just by clicking that subscribe button and helping us build up to the 1K milestone. We are getting closer every day, so I do appreciate your support on that journey. But with that being said, that's going to be it for me for now. Until next time, guys, stay gaming.